Hey guys, so really quick I have to make an announcement about a slight change that I'm making in regards to the upcoming event.
What's up everyone? Let me sit down for this. So I'm gonna make this video very short. I don't want to make this like a big deal, but I'm just changing like a slight detail about the event that's happening. It's gonna be happening on my channel. All the contestants are gonna remain the same, and that's really it. You may have noticed that like earlier, I did post like a ad or a promo video for the upcoming event, but I just have to change like some details on it. Sorry for the background noise, but I just had to change some details on it due to recent events, which I'm not going to go into or discuss the individuals that are involved. In regards to like the incident that occurred, ultimately when it comes to my platform, I want to build something where a bunch of people with different ideas can come together and talk about the things that they believe in. I encourage competitiveness and debate and disagreements, and sometimes that gets a little bit exciting and people are shouting and it gets very competitive. But with this practice or this thing of debate that we're doing on TikTok, it's important that we don't get too heated and deliver blows that are like unnecessary, right? It's very important that we don't take part in personal attacks, and that's not something I'm really going to support on my platform. I'm still sort of figuring out the morality or like, what rules I want to instantiate when it comes to like my platform. Typically I'm not going to allow, any personal attacks of like minority groups or specific groups of people, including like the LGBTQ community. And typically I like to keep the debates about like attacking the subject at hand, right? The religious idea or like the political idea or like whatever the topic is that we are discussing. But one thing I'm not going to tolerate is insulting somebody based off of their personal life. I don't care whether the person has put their personal life out on social media. That's not information for people to weaponize and use against that specific person. So that's just unacceptable behavior. If you're going to debate with somebody, attack the ideas, right? Attack like the topic that's being discussed. But we shouldn't be like going further and going for that destructive destroying of a person and attacking their personal life because you just feel angry. Ultimately, when I host debates, when I have these discussions, I hope that I'm not doing that to anybody. I hope I'm not like taking personal information and like going too far of a step and like insulting and ripping into people verbally. That's not really cool. I try to keep it about the debate, about the subject at hand, and no like personal digs, no like going further, right? I think whenever we're debating and we're talking about these topics, there needs to be like a line that's drawn in the sand to prevent people from going too far and hurting people. And I think like mental health is something that we should be worried about. I think like more men should speak up about their mental health and the things that bother them. Same thing with women. And you can have a disagreement, but we shouldn't be like taking personal digs at people and affecting their mental health and like messing with them. But I don't know, this is me just kind of like talking off the top of my head. I'm still figuring out like what rules I want to administer in regards to this project. But I guess like one ground rule I'm gonna set is like we don't utilize people's personal information to attack them, even if they've put it out on the internet. That's not like people being comfortable in sharing personal information with friends shouldn't be like an arsenal for like personal attacks whenever someone feels angry. So sorry about the long video. I just kind of want to put that out there. I'm not going to go into detail about the event. I'm not going to talk about people that are involved. And yeah, hopefully I'm doing a good job when it comes to this project. Hopefully I'm being responsible. Hopefully I'm doing a good job. If I'm doing anything wrong, feel free to correct me, anybody that's out there, and I'm willing to listen to criticism. I'm going to edit the promo video for the upcoming event, and I will repost it with new information on where this event is going to occur, who's going to be participating in it, the time, the date, and everything. Sorry for this inconvenience, I guess, and stay tuned. I will be releasing that as soon as possible.